welcome to the big match and full coverage of the second game in Group H of the Champions League as Chelsea go to Germany to face Hertha Berlin. Both of these sides opened their campaigns a week ago with draws, Chelsea holding AC Milan, while Hertha came back from Galatasaray with a point following a 4-goal thriller. The Chelsea team has Torre Andre Flo, again preferred to Chris Sutton. There's no Gustavo Poyet, so Babayaro plays on the left side of midfield with Graham Lasso at left back. A huge crowd in the Olympic Stadium in Berlin to see Hertha's first ever Champions League tie at home. Let's see how both sides fared with your commentators David Pleat and Clive Tilsley.
If the group runs true to form, Hertha Berlin represent the greatest threat to Chelsea's progress with Milan, and yet Hertha are without a win in more than a month, without 5 of their first choice players, and without any up-to-date pedigree in Europe. And sharing this wonderful atmosphere with me this evening is David Pleat.
Good evening, Clive. Good evening, viewers. Fascinating game, big occasion for Hertha, a lot of tension, big crowd, a big event.
Here is Ali Daei, and the first touch for young Deisler. Tretchok to the Dutchman, who's the sweeper, Dick van Buurik. Hertha Berlin, last season's third-place team in Germany against last season's third-place team in England in the Champions League. Pitch does look a little worn. It's still evening, we've had a little rain. Clearance by Vosch as far as Wise, encouraging Albert Ferrer to come forward. Rolled in towards Gianfranco Zola, who rolls the defender and forces a fine save from Gabor Kiraly. And inside of 90 seconds, Gianfranco Zola picks up where he left off last Wednesday.
Fabulous shot, turn, rolling the defender, good ball played in by Ferrer.
Kiraly smartly down. This is Deisler for Hertha Berlin, in some space on that left-hand side for the American international Tony Sané. Wrong-footed Ferrer, crossed in towards Ali Daei. A little over 2 minutes played. Hertha Berlin take the lead with their first attack. And it's a ghost of Bayern Munich's challenge last year. Ali Daei, signed from Munich in the summer, who beats Hertha Hoy and puts Hertha Berlin into the lead. And Ali Daei looks to the heavens, in fact.
It was a technically superb header, but he got in between there, in front of Leboeuf. They were all straining and stretching for that ball. A very good ball in by Sané, just come on the inside of Ferrer, early ball. Good jump, directed his header quite cleanly and clearly, giving De Hoy no chance at all. What a great start for the Germans.
First goal Chelsea have conceded Europe in this season. The first goal Chelsea have conceded in Europe this season. This is Dan Petrescu. Marcel Desailly. Torre Andre Flo. Ferrer. Robbed though by Tretchok. Bosch. Header on by the goal scorer, Daei. Tretchok keeping possession. Here's Sané, who made the goal possible. Bosch is a very skillful playmaker at the hub of the Hertha Berlin team. Looking to get Deisler forward, cut out by Lasso. Overhit by Dennis Wise.
Well, this will be interesting now, whether Chelsea's philosophy at the start of the game will have to change. The moment, flow up the middle, with Zola just dropping off slightly against the 3 Hertha markers, the 3 central defenders. But I had a terrible fear before the game that if there was a Achilles heel in Chelsea's team, it may be the height of Ali Daei and Preetz up the middle, 2 big strong front players who might benefit from crosses.
Van Burik only as far as Wise, just a little bit too much on the ball for Wise to control the stun pass. But Sané was allowed to get in the cross by Ferrer, and Dye got up between the two Chelsea centre-backs, and Ed de Hoy had no chance. Space between Desai and Leboeuf. Here is Ali Dye. Free kick has gone Chelsea's way. Bosch has been penalised. I don't think the way that he went down impressed the referee.
Well, that's a bookable offence often for play acting, but I suppose if you do it in the middle third of the field, it's not deemed as serious. Anywhere near the box, and that would have been a yellow card.
I think Chelsea suspected that even away from home they might have to make the running for much of this game. Well, they've got some chasing of the game to do now, thanks to this man's goal. Ali Dye's strength posing a problem for Albert Ferrer and winning a free kick.
Seemed to have acres of room then, Ali Dye, to get into that space. Ferrer came across, quite clearly a foul.
De Hoy asking for two in the wall just outside the box. The left-footed Tretchok has come over to maybe swing it in. It's Tretchok's cross, headed away as far as Bosch. Always rising. Ed de Hoy just saw it over the crossbar, but Hertha Berlin are enjoying themselves in the opening stages here.
Yeah, the goal certainly gave him a bit of oomph. You see this shot here by Bosch. As he took the shot, the Chelsea defenders were very quickly out. Could have been a questionable offside decision had that shot defeated de Hoy.
Wise unable to win the ball. Deschamps did get a little piece of it. Chelsea have the free kick. Zola rolled into Flo. Tackled by Van Burik. Sané has found Bosch. Sané motoring down the left-hand side, committing Ferrer again. Bosch on the ball. Here is Sané. Showed too much of it to Petrescu. Desai. Now Deschamps trying to restore a little bit of order to Chelsea, who've been shocked by this Hertha Berlin start. Wise seeking out Baba Yaro.
Early indications are Clive. Oh, wait a minute, here's Deschamps.
Poor pass from Schmidt to Deschamps. This is Baba Yaro. Deschamps trying to play Lasso in on the overlap. Bosch hooks clear.
Yeah, early indications are that this man, Sané on the left and Deisler on the right, have some pace. And it may be the tactics of Jurgen Ruber to try and stretch Chelsea, not so much fill the midfield, try and get wide and try and get at the Chelsea back four in the space behind fullbacks. Will they be brave and play an open game now they've gone one goal up?
Plenty for Gianluca Vialli to ponder in the opening moments. The opening goal in a game involving an English team in the Champions League this season has gone the other way for Hertha Berlin. That's a loose ball by Tretchok, and Baba Yaro is quickly upon it. And now Gianfranco Zola for Chelsea, trying to turn into some space, but outnumbered. Dardai, the Hungarian here, managed to get in the important challenge, and now Michael Prex is on the board. He's been brought down by Franck Leboeuf.
Well, I think he's slightly fortunate there to escape the yellow. Tracking his man into the defending half. A brief word by Mr. Pirot. Certainly a challenge from behind.
You can see Prex there sporting a plaster cast on his right arm, which was broken in a Bundesliga game a month ago. And he landed rather painfully on that arm.
Bayern and try and have a spell of possession, make Chelsea chase the game.
Deschamps. Wise. Just caught the heel of Didier Deschamps. And a chance for Paul Dardai to come forward for Hertha Berlin. Here's Deisler. First we've seen of him in an attacking position. Leboeuf just managed to get to the ball. Wise looking for flow down the centre, but his man marker tonight, Hendrik Herzog, had a yard or so start on him. Problem for René Tretschok in the early stages, as if Hertha Berlin didn't have enough injuries to cope with. Deisler coming forward. He's managed to hook in across here, and Ali Daei is there again, and it came off the back of Desailly and bounced up for Ed de Hoy. But Ali Daei did really well then from a standing start to reach that cross, which was surprisingly cut back by Sebastian Deisler.
Yeah, the early crossing has been a feature of the Hertha game. Sané from the left, Deisler from the right.
And you can't argue with the scoreline in these opening stages. Hertha Berlin have been far more assertive in the opening moments of the game. Dardai, charged down by Babayaro. An early change for Hertha Berlin. Kai Michalka is ready to come on, because René Tretschok, who scored against Manchester United for Borussia Dortmund in the semi-final of the Champions League back in 1997, has had to come off straight away. Michalka will go out to the left-hand flank. He looks like Tony Sané, who provided the cross from the left for the goal, is going to operate on the right-hand side now. Ferrer might come for flow. Deschamps, space for Lasso to his left, but he went right. Finds Petrescu. Ferrer scurrying forward. He's got in behind Hertha Berlin here and won a corner kick.
There's a lovely time pass by Petrescu and a good forward run by Ferrer.
Jürgen Ruber, the Hertha Berlin coach and former Nottingham Forest player. He had half a season, signed by Brian Clough back in 1981. Corner in towards Desailly at the near post, but headed away by Schmidt. Zola back to Lasso. This is Babayaro. Deschamps. All caught in possession by Deisler. Now Vosch. Sané. Poor pass by the American. Flo protecting the ball well from Herzog, but then running into Sané. Babayaro won it back for him. Deschamps towards Zola, who was just offside. He was looking for an earlier ball in.
There's a nice run by Zola there, looking right to left across the box. Deschamps spotted it. Just a shade late with the delivery. Deisler moved into midfield now, but they're still continuing with real width. On the right, Sané now, Michalka on the left.
Van Burek looking for Michalka. It's a nicely guided pass by the Dutch sweeper. Here's Tony Sané. Now Herzog. Sold Sané a little short, but he managed to survive the attentions of Flo. Schmidt.
rarely seen a team, Clive, in the early stages of a European game play with such width. Therefore opening the midfield out slightly. May give Wise, who so far hasn't been able to settle on the ball, and Deschamps room to play as the game goes on. But they need to get hold of the ball.
One pair of eyes above all other, absorbing that. No flag here against Eddie Day, played in by Wash. Got a low cross in, which Leboeuf had to deal with. Corner kick to Hertha Berlin. Chelsea defending at the stretch all the time. There's an uneasiness about them, which Ali Daei and Michael Pretz are responsible for. Herzog is forward from the back here. Deisler will take the corner kick. In towards Ali Daei, the header by Desai wasn't the best, but neither was the challenge from Michalka, which has conceded a free kick. Bumped into Dan Petrescu. Babayaro. Lost out to Deisler, one back by Flo. This is Deschamps. Now Wise. Ferrer is forward on the right-hand side. Petrescu here has come infield, linking well with Zola. Gianfranco Zola again. Little back heel meant for Dan Petrescu, but well seen by the sweeper, Dick van Buurik, and a chance for Hertha Berlin to break. Michalka. There is no need for the home team to take any risks or to try and hurry the game now. They have that early goal to protect.
I think it might be that Chelsea will drop Zola in a little bit deeper to link a little bit more with midfield to try and get some more possession.
Ferrer outstripped though by Michalka here, and well, no free kick given. Referee was very close to it too. Petrescu towards Babayaro. Header, it's a good one from Sané, only as far as Wise. It's Deschamps. Here comes Lasseau forward, and there are four other Chelsea players in this attack. Graham Lasseau's cross, Dennis Wise was there. Came off Preetz deep in defence. Now Vosch looking to lead a counter for Hertha Berlin. Deisler is moving menacingly forward to his right, but it's Ali Daei losing out to Marcel Desailly. Wise. It's all very narrow ahead of him though.
Absolutely, Clive. Seeking width there and none available until Lasseau came into the picture.
Chelsea are back at square one with their last man Desailly. Now Lasseau. Every Hertha Berlin player is goal sight. Wise to Zola. Oh, it's a good ball in towards Petrescu. Just couldn't quite accelerate as he tried to spin off that last defender.
Yes, that's where the Petrescu, the Romanian, is so clever. He sneaks his goals from those positions. He's wonderful at getting tight with the defender and then just breaking off with a subtle run.
Dardai. Deisler taking over. Put cleverly into the path of Michalka. Cross charge down though by Petrescu, picked off by Ferrer, but here is the problem with Vosch trying to play it. Preetz in. And Chelsea no sooner won it back than they lost it, but they have a chance to break with Deschamps. Good tackle by Van Buurik, who seems to be in some pain, and flag against Zola, so the Dutchman will be able to receive some treatment. This is the biggest club game that this stadium has staged for more than 20 years. Hertha Berlin has spent much of the interim scrambling about in the German second division. They came up to the Bundesliga in 1997, were just 1 point behind runners-up Leverkusen last season to secure their return to Europe's centre stage.
at the moment. Chelsea unable to set flow off down those channels where he's so effective. He's playing fairly central and he's holding his ground.
Sané has lost it to Deschamps, and Zola is onside here and has flow in support. Gianfranco Zola tried to cut it back. He'll have to make do with the corner kick. Flo was the only man up at his shoulder. Dennis Wise was arriving. Hertha Berlin had cover. They've got both Leboeuf and Desailly to cope with here. Wise short for Zola. In towards Marcel Desailly. It came off Ali Daei. Flo trying to turn it down, and Sané managed to smuggle the ball away. Kept in by Deisler. One back by Deschamps. The ball is out of play.
Interesting there when Chelsea worked the short corner, that Hertha refused to bring more than one man out, keeping men in the box to defend and accepting the fact that Zola was able to cross the ball.
Ferrer. Head away by Van Burik. This is Wise. Front Leboeuf. Wise. Dardai managed to get to him and divert the pass. Bosch clears. Ali Daei's headed down. So Chelsea seeing more of the ball and more of their opponent's half of the field. Some concerted pressure starting to build here in response to that early goal from Ali Daei. Lasso on the ball. Zola. Still the main source of inspiration. Twisting and turning and facing his Marcus Schmidt, trying to play Lasso in. Away by Sané. Here comes Ali Daei, making a real nuisance of himself against two world champion defenders.
Didn't get a goal in France in the World Cup, but led the line quite well for Iran.
This is Van Burik. That's way beyond Ali Daei. Herzog getting in front of Flo. This is Bosch. Resounding atmosphere inside the stadium, ignited by the early goal for Hertha Berlin. Wise, looking to get Petrescu in. Herzog did just enough, but it'll come forward down Petrescu. Crossed in towards Torre Andre Flo. It's Deisler who's back there. And a break here with Bosch finding Ali Daei. Couldn't quite thread it through to Prates. It's starting to come back at Hertha Berlin as quickly as they clear it.
Chelsea have just got to be careful they don't overcommit on the attack and leave themselves vulnerable to the break. But at the moment, at the front, Zola is being marked like a leech, and certainly Flo as well. Flo with Schmidt, Zola with Herzog.
Wise, looking over the top for Zola. It's only just overhit. Tries to steal a yard on Schmidt there, but goalkeeper Kirai was alert. Certainly wasn't the start that Chelsea planned, but they settled down now. Starting to control the game, but they've come this far in several games this season. What they've been desperately short of is goals. That's what they need tonight, obviously. 9 goals in their first 3 games of the season, but only 3 in 6 matches since then, none in their last 2 outings. So has won a free kick. Header away is firm from Van Buren. Deschamps to Ferrer. Now Desailly. Here's Leboeuf. Coaxed in towards Zola. Managed to head it on, looking for Babayara, who really caught that. Van Buren with the high boot, but he got the ball, and the referee happy for play to go on with Dardai looking for Al-Daei.
Well, Desai looked the mountain there as he came across and challenged Al-Daei.
Babayara is back on his feet. This is Zola. Attacked by Schmidt.
Chelsea are beginning to win a few free kicks now. It's so important that delivery is good. Rousseau has had 3 free kicks in the game so far, and each time delivery has been lacking.
Rearguard action for Jurgen Ruber's team at the moment. Zola will take the free kick. Again, doesn't beat the first defender there in the crowd, who was Van Buren. Zola in towards Leboeuf, who'd stayed forward. Offside here on the break. Bosch looking very unhappy. In terms of possession and territory, this is turning into a home game now for Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea beginning to dominate. Just look at this left-hand side and look at Babayaro going slightly narrow. He's taken with him his marker, who's having to defend now, Deisler, and Rousseau is taking advantage of that space to come into the midfield third and push balls in towards the box. But certainly Chelsea now are playing at the tempo they want to play. But they've only had 1/2 chance, Zola, and they're chasing.
Came off Hertha, Flo couldn't find it. Now he's found it. Clean challenge by the Norwegian. Wise, encouraging Rousseau to get forward. 3 waiting for a good cross from Graham Rousseau. Al-Daei has made ground to get back to him. Squeezed in by Graham Rousseau, but hooked too close to the goalkeeper.
Well, he did well in the end to get a cross in. I thought he might have put the delivery in earlier. Be interesting to know, Clive, if Kirai always plays with tracksuit bottoms. I'm sure there's a little bit of give in the pitch tonight.
No, it's a feature of the Hungarian goalkeeper, always wears tracksuit bottoms. Bosch, Van Buren. Preetz, Dardai, looking for Sané on the left-hand side from where he provided the cross to the goal. A lower one this time, which Desailly is able to cut out. Wise penalised.
Well, I think we can see clearly why. Mr. Pirot solved that one.
Here's Bosch. Trying to get Sané in again, but the ball ran out of play this time. Petrescu, Flo, Zola. Oh, he's turned away from Schmidt beautifully here. Bosch managed to get to him. Pulled his marker all the way back into the Chelsea half of the field then. Just couldn't quite wriggle away from the second man. Free kick given against the always immaculate Albert Ferrer, who's had one or two untidy edges showing tonight against pacey assault down that left flank.
Yes, we were told before the game that Sanai was one of these wingers that was a head-down merchant who, for want of a better word, hadn't got a brain in his head. But so far he's played quite well, and he's given Ferrer a couple of problems. He certainly can trap the ball, and he certainly can run.
Lasso. Hung up towards Flo, beat to in the air by Van Buren, but Babayaro gives him the kind of service he prefers. Down the channels, chance now to run at Van Buren, and Flo turns it. Being held by the Dutchman right under the referee's nose, and Dijsler emerges with the ball. Van Buren a bit too strong for Flo. Wise to Ferrer. Zola, instant control. Back to Ferrer. Deschamps made a good run into the box here. Trying to put it across towards Celestine Babayaro, but Bosch managed to get back and just take some of the weight off Deschamps' cross, but that was promising for Chelsea. Dardai to Hertha. Dijsler, challenged by Deschamps. 19-year-old Sebastian Dijsler already called into the German international squad. Indeed, but for an injury earlier this month, would have been capped for his country already. Dardai missing out. This is Babayaro. Zola with some rare space here, and three in support of Gianfranco Zola. Petrescu goes on the outside. Zola was a little unlucky as he came inside. The ricochet didn't favour him.
It was amazing against Milan. Every time Zola did a wriggle, he made a delivery, a little pass at the perfect time. Tonight, every time he wriggles, just seems to escape his grasp, or the ball isn't quite running, or is out-defended by one man too many.
Less time for coaches to prepare for their next opponents in the Champions League, but you didn't have to look very long at a tape of Chelsea versus Milan to see where the Chelsea danger came from that night. Michalka, helped on by Schmidt, controlled by Sané. Here goes Schmidt, who is Zola's marker. Ali Daei. In towards Prates! Well, it was a free header between Frank Leboeuf and Graham Lasso, who are exchanging an angry torrent of words at each other. Somebody should have been marking Prates. He should have scored.
Yeah, they've obviously got crosses on their mind. They've been speaking about it. Lasso needs to get round. He's the last man, and he's got to get round. And once that ball's over Leboeuf, he's got to be challenging. He's the only forward in the box, Prates, and it was a free header.
He was the leading scorer in the German league last season. It's not as if Chelsea are not forewarned about this man's ability. 23 goals for Hertha Berlin in Bundesliga football, and he's already scored for his country, having been capped for the first time this year at the ripe old age of 32, Michael Prates. It's taken a long time to come his way, but now everything's happening for him. Desai to Flo. Wise. The bottom line is that Chelsea, for all their possession, have not created a chance as good as the one that Prates has just wasted. Maybe Flo here from Zola's little step over. Forced a corner kick from Hendrik Herzog.
This is where Chelsea may just miss the thrust of Poyet. He's so strong in the air, and his driving runs from midfield have been such a weapon for Chelsea over the last 18 months or so.
Wise to take. Babayaro is trying to reach it. Headed behind for another corner kick by Dijsler, who seemed to be pushed by Babayaro. Leboeuf is on the near post there. Petrescu is just beyond him. Desai is lining up alongside Flo near the penalty spot. It's Wise again. The goalkeeper has come and made some kind of a punch. Needed some headed help though from Hertha. Ferrer. In towards Leboeuf. Trying to angle it and guide it towards Flo. He had Desai coming in behind him.
Tremendous clearance that.
Chelsea pressure, Hertha chances. It's the story in a nutshell. And the first of those chances taken by Ali Daei.
Yeah, Chelsea have had the possession, but they haven't produced the punch, and they haven't really got into good wide positions to get balls into the box, the balls that Flo would flourish from.
Lasso. Looking to play it over Deisler towards Babayaro. Nothing doing. Ali Daei. Well, he ran into Deschamps, who body checked him and has been penalised. A lot of onus on Lasso and Babayaro on this near flank, and Petrescu, and to maybe a lesser extent Ferrer on the far side to provide that service. Looking for Sané all the time against Ferrer. He must have a 6-inch height advantage on him.
That's exactly right. I was just going to make that point, really, that if they can get diagonals into that area, you know, he's playing quite well up the field. He's trying to keep Ferrer back. It's Lasso that's the more active fullback. He's finding more space. But they have got this little problem in the air, Chelsea, when they hit high balls, hit good crosses in.
Deschamps, Wise, I should say. Here's Leboeuf. In towards Flo. Sneaked into Petrescu. Oh, we have Babayaro peeling behind him. Instead, it's Zola. What can he conjure up here? 3 defenders with him. Lasso. Came off Sané's head. Babayaro trying to make something of it. Van Burik did really well behind him. And Michalka emerges with the ball. Bosch just beaten by Desai. Here come Chelsea again. Didier Deschamps. Celestine Babayaro has space, gets his shot away, deflected. But Gabor Kilai got everything behind him.
That was a magnificent challenge by Desai that broke up that Hertha attack. There we see the shot. Quite comfortably taken, but it may give encouragement to other Chelsea forwards to shoot.
Controls it under pressure from Van Burik. Free kick's been given against Michalka. Leboeuf is coming forward here. Desai making a late run into the box. Zola coming over to the ball. So pointing to the watch, but Chelsea have taken an age to take this free kick. Zola's flowed for a little too long in the end. Hertha down and Dardai away. Ali Daei's header might come here for Zola. It's about the best pass he's had tonight. Sané all over him. Zola protects the ball, finds Lasso. Hung up towards Desai, who's still forward. Couldn't direct it for Petrescu, and Dardai clears, and now Bosch. And a chance for Hertha Berlin to break. Chelsea do have cover.
Tremendous play by the Chelsea backline there. Just stepping up, giving Ali Daei a problem with his run. Ran offside, Bosch had to wait. Chelsea break up the attack.
Lasso. Last 5 minutes of the first half. Exchanging passes with Babayaro. Surviving the attentions of Prates, winning a throw in eventually from Deisler. Not only very gifted, young Deisler, but very, very industrious. Leboeuf. Stepping away from Ali Daei. Frank Leboeuf, deflected short, was it? No, it was just a slice. I was giving the benefit of the doubt, it is a goal kick.
Trying to set an example. Vialli will have a few words to say at half-time, and basically it will be, we are monopolising possession, we need to do it a little bit quicker, and we need to get in the box earlier and try and pull people out of position. Probably a little bit more directness required.
Petrescu, with Zola is free here, but Van Burik managed to get back between Petrescu and Zola. But Hertha Berlin have been pretty cautious in defence, certainly since the boost of that early goal, but they were just a man light there momentarily. Header on by Deisler, clearance by Leboeuf. Sebastian Deisler, though, he's stronger on the other flank, but his reputation for long-range shooting, particularly from free kicks, is very, very high here in Germany.
Whenever Chelsea get the ball, Deisler has to track back with Babayaro, so he's really working up and down the field.
Fatigue may be a factor because Chelsea have had a lot of the ball and Hertha Berlin have done a lot of chasing. Petrescu chasing that one, but he won't quite keep it in.
4 games in 10 days, I think this, for both teams. It's very difficult when you play so quickly to keep up a tempo for consecutive minutes. It's have little spells in the game, but sometimes you have to take the foot off the brake and just play a little bit of possession and then go again.
Herzog nursing that hand injury. Ferrer. Flo. Leboeuf. It's beautifully coaxed into the path of Lasso, but Ali Daei, the centre forward again, helping out his rearguard. Zola. He's won the free kick. Schmidt tried to buffet, jockey him. Zola always had the ball under his spell. As we approach the final minute of this first half, maybe the final chance of the first half for Chelsea to equalise. Zola. It's a little long, it's headed away by Deisler. Chance for Michalka to break. Deisler looking long towards Bosch. There will be 2 added minutes at the end of the half as Bosch managed to wriggle clear of Wise. He's got support from Michalka. Trying to coax it into Preetz, who is up there too. Eventually, Deschamps runs him off the ball, but he's giving it back. And Bosch has stepped away from Leboeuf. And now here's Dardai. Problems here with Michalka forward. Trying to go through the legs of Desai, not really have done that. Didn't quite work for him.
Good attack by Hertha. Dardai spreading the ball well. Bosch showing how skillful he is on the ball.
Flo. Came off Van Burik and Flo gets his shot away. It's a goal kick. He did have Zola arriving, but he knows he had a clear shooting chance then. Maybe as clear an opportunity as Chelsea have had in this first half.
Yeah, he certainly muscled, didn't he? Van Burik there. Manages to stay on his feet. Van Burik loses the ball. And when he surged through there, it looked a fair opportunity.
It's good to see Flo getting stuck in there because Van Burik's had the physical hold over him so far. But he used his considerable frame to some aggressive effect then, Flo, and made that chance for himself. But since the opening moment of the game almost, when Zola forced a save from Kirai, we've had to wait until first half stoppage time for Chelsea's pressure and possession to really force something. There's an offside flag here against Tony Sané. Wise out to Petrescu. Chelsea are finishing the half strongly. Here goes Flo again, against Van Burik once more. Just knocked off balance. Well, the fact is there has been just a total of 5 goals in the last 6.5 Chelsea games. And that Chelsea, who have been conceded in Europe for the first time this season, have been desperately scrambling around for goals in recent games. And that scramble is going to have to continue in the second half if they're to bring anything home from Berlin. Leboeuf to Ferrer. In towards Zola. Almost got away from Schmidt. Applauds the pass from Albert Ferrer. So obviously you don't want this half to end, really, David.
No, it was a good pass, that. Good progressive pass, and that is what Chelsea want. And it was a good run by Zola as well, and he appreciated the ball.
Wash didn't appreciate the challenge which has landed him on the turf. It's the same the world over. Every coach completely committed. Every coach thinks he's got the answer. Jürgen Rüber. Ferrer. Last moments of a frustrating first half for Chelsea. Petrescu. It's half-time, and Chelsea, having been caught cold by a goal in a little over 2 minutes from Ali Daei's head, have had possession enough, territorial threat enough, but chances very few and far between, and a goal still to come. It's a familiar story for Chelsea, a familiar problem that Gianluca Vialli has to try and solve. Half-time here, Hertha Berlin 1, Chelsea 0. Support from Michalka. Cross charge down by Dennis Wise. Out as far as Dardai, who was just caught there by Deschamps. Interesting to see how many players Hertha are prepared to commit to a promising free kick of this kind. Just going to be struck by Deisler. He's already scored 2 outstanding goals from free kicks. It's Dardai, actually, the Hungarian, who hit it.
Well, it's a most ambitious shot, but it wasn't too far away, was it?
The reputation of German club sides is legend, despite Bayern Munich's late demise in the Nou Camp, the Champions League finalists were the second from Germany in the last 3 years. Dortmund won it 3 years ago. In the last 5 years, all 8 of the German teams who have qualified for the competition have gone on to qualify for the quarter-finals. They just don't go out in the league section. Oh, that's a little bit loose, and Precht is able to head it on, and here comes Vosch, and Desai just managed to get across. And Chelsea, who started the first half rather carelessly in defence, have had a couple of uneasy moments at the start of the second. Deisler will take the throw. Ali Daei, this run out of play.
Well, it would be interesting to know what Jürgen Rüber said at half-time. We've heard the fly on the wall from the Chelsea dressing room. I wonder if Mr. Rüber was saying for Hertha to increase the tempo and to try and snatch another, but whatever you do, don't sit back and allow Chelsea to dictate. It was interesting in the first half to look at the stats. Possession-wise, the stats we were given at half-time suggest that it was very, very equal. We seem to think that Chelsea monopolised the ball, but Hertha, of course, were dangerous with those raking attacks on the counter.
Ferrer, Wise. This is Lasso. It's a poor pass. Dardai. Chelsea haven't quite re-established their first half rhythm as yet. So crashing in, managed to get some of the ball. Bosch had to take evasive action. Deschamps. Wise. Ferrer. He's coaxed into Zola. Now can he turn his man? It was Michael Prates who got back to make the challenge. Kept in by Sané. Throwing his Chelsea's. Quickly towards Petrescu. Van Burik is there. Going to need Sané to clear. Very coolly done though. There's been a gusto and an energy about Hertha Berlin, but they play with a certain maturity and a certain assurance too.
They're very calm, particularly when they're in difficult defensive areas, and they're very quick to challenge. Once or twice Zola's picked up the ball and you have high hopes. Just now from a lovely pass once again by Ferrer, but all of a sudden there's a group of defenders that converge on him and make it very difficult for him to manoeuvre the ball.
Hertha a bit calmer than their coach. Here's Michalka. This pass blocked by Ferrer. Wise. Babayaro to Lebert. So has got forward down the left-hand side. Lebert seeking him out. Instead finds Flo. Babayaro. Behind Wise. The move has lost a little bit of momentum here. Down Petrescu. Zola. Clever spin by Zola. Terrific shot. Well, it was too close to Kirai in the end, who had to make no more than a routine save, but nothing routine about the way that Zola made the chance for himself.
Yeah, gorgeous little turn. He wraps his left foot round it, but rather straight. And a nice height too for Kirai.
Encouragement for Chelsea. Zola made a dart one way, then the other, even before the ball came to him, just to create the space. And he has that fantastic low centre of balance which enables him to twist bigger defenders and create those kind of openings for himself. Chelsea need more of them. Sané getting his considerable frame between Wise and the ball. Support from Bosch. Run into Petrescu. Zola inside his own half this time. Ferrer. Muscled out of it though by Dardai and by Sané. Ali Daei to Kai Michalka.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sutton was introduced. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he played up front, maybe with Flo, maybe to replace Flo, but I would have thought with Flo and drop Zola off and maybe sacrifice a left-hand side player, maybe Babayaro, and push Lasso on from left back. They've opened the game out, Hertha, and I think Chelsea could get away with playing one off the front too.
Petrescu. Wise. Certainly both Chris Sutton and Jody Morris were warming up in anticipation during the half-time break. Didier Deschamps. Gianfranco Zola. Picked off though by Deisler. It's poor clearance this time from Sané, and here's Wise now. A little bit of space for Petrescu. He's played Babayaro in. That's a side netting. But a loose clearance from Tony Sané, and Chelsea were quick to pounce, and they exchanged their passes quickly to create the space for Babayaro.
Yeah, it was a lovely switch ball there by Deschamps, and Babayaro, one would have thought he just couldn't get round it. Needed to go across the face of the goalkeeper, low. It's just gone slightly too wide, and he lost his angle.
All the latest haircuts. Stadium's 1930s, and to the hairstyles. On by Flo. Zola trying to accelerate onto the ball, but Hertha had a 5-yard start on him. Gianluca Vialli was the leading scorer for Chelsea just 2 seasons ago. He got 10 more goals last season. 7 goals in his 13 European games for Chelsea. He's still only 35, you know. He played in both quarter-finals and the first leg of the semi-final just last season. You wonder whether he might be better off in a tracksuit and a shirt with 7 substitutes.
Just looking down, Flo took a whack. I think Leboeuf was asking the referee to take some time out, but he's merely putting his boot back on. But Vialli seemed quite concerned. He seems to be, yes, he's limping away slightly, but he's okay.
Wise has asked a lot of Leboeuf there, and Ali Daei is intercepted. He's all alone here, the Iranian, with 4 Chelsea defenders for company. Marcel Desailly is one of those. Well, Chelsea just going to make themselves edgy and nervous if they're not careful. Better one from Leboeuf to Zola. Ferrer. Here's Zola again, trying to take his Marcus Schmidt wide and leave some space for Petrescu inside him. Sané saw that run for Petrescu. Cleared by Michael Praetz. Fouled by Ali Daei.
Well, the referee's been spot on so far in all his work.
Clearance by Van Buren. Chelsea have got it back with Wise. Here's Babayaro now. Slid into Zola. Gianfranco Zola! Well, the upright that it hit was the back support of the net. It was quite a long way off target, in fact, from Zola. But again, Chelsea are getting glimpses of the Hertha Berlin goal, more than the first half.
A lovely little pass, nice shallow run by Zola. But once you see his right foot just takes the ball away, and he lost his angle once again. And he knew as he struck that ball that he was running out of ground.
Getting better for Chelsea. Wash with a quick free kick. Deisler forward, but dealt with by Lasso, and here comes Leboeuf. Babayaro. Flo. Ghosting away from Schmidt, got in its cross, goalkeeper did well, just poked out a leg and got a good strong foot to the ball. Maybe earned his fortune there. Praetz back to Ali Daei. Fortunately for Chelsea, Praetz had stumbled to the ground. He felt he'd been pushed. See what Jürgen Rüber thinks. Deschamps with some space. Lasso. Deep cross committed the goalkeeper. Sané managed to make the headed clearance in front of Petrescu.
Well, fortunate that for Hertha. He came a long way, did Kerai, and he realised that he wasn't going to seek out that ball.
Zola. Back to Desailly. Leboeuf. Just held back there. Schalke backtracking.
That movement by Flo should give him confidence. Little bit of trickery and a high inside forward position to get to the byline. That's where he excels, when he gets those balls low across the box. But it was a great save by the keeper.
Wise. In towards Desai. Very strong header by Preetz back inside his own penalty area. Dardai. On by Deisler. Leboeuf though got in front of Ali Daei.
I like Dardai, Clive. He's done well in the centre of midfield there. He switches the play well, he makes tackles.
Hungarian international who did play in the low-key friendly match against England in Budapest in April. As did the Hertha Berlin goalkeeper tonight. Beaten only by Alan Shearer's penalty on that occasion. Here's Vosch, who's played for Germany this season. Sané, an international with the USA. Cleverly played by Vosch. Support player is Michalka. Oh, it's a useful cross too. He did well to get beyond Desai. Couldn't quite cut it back enough. Not sure that Preetz felt that he was going to get round Desai. He didn't really anticipate it at the near post. Deschamps, Wise, Petrescu, Flo has space, it's Andre Flo! Well, it's straight at Kirai and it just stuck in his big hands, but the shot count is rising and the activity for Gabor Kirai between the Hertha Berlin posts is becoming ever more active.
Nice ball by Petrescu, flowing, good space, clear view of the goal. Just wanted a bit of curve on it.
Leboeuf in towards Zola. Herzog did well. Ali Daei to Vosch. Michalka almost allowed back in there by Ferrer. The Spaniard was strong enough to resist his advances. Zola losing out to Herzog. Dardai under pressure has found Preetz, and does Desai has found Preetz all right. A yellow card for Marcel Desailly. It is only the second that Chelsea have picked up in this competition so far. Chris Sutton has one to his name, and just to remind you, 3 yellow cards add up to a suspension this season. Towards Ali Daei. Came off the head of Frank Leboeuf. Corner kick for Chelsea to defend here.
Good communication between the referee and linesman without the aid of an earpiece. The referee overruling the linesman. Linesman quite clearly said it was a goal kick. The referee said I was closer than you and I'm in charge.
Chelsea are going to make a couple of changes during the course of defending a corner kick, which is one of those unwritten laws which managers tend not to break, although these 2 attacking players are coming on. First to appear will be the Italian winger Gabriele Ambrosetti, and he's going to replace Albert Ferrer down this right-hand side. Ambrosetti, who made his first start for the club at Watford on Saturday. And it's Andre Flo who will give way to Chris Sutton, who replaced him for the last 6 minutes against Milan, but has got a little under half an hour to make his impact tonight. Chelsea need an impact. Deschamps away. Deisler. Van Burik just has to lock the ball forward, hopefully. Ambrosetti has gone over to the left-hand side initially. Babayaro to Lasso, and here is Ambrosetti. Cross deflected and dealt with by Van Burik. Dardai losing out. One back momentarily by Michalka. Well intercepted by Leboeuf. Now Petrescu. This is Zola. In towards Chris Sutton. Just struggling to catch up with that. Big opportunity this, though, for Chris Sutton, with Chelsea very much on the up in this game, David.
Yes, I will think now that Vialli will be saying to Petrescu, right, orthodox right back, but push forward at every opportunity. Zola will come slightly rightish of Sutton, and Ambrosetti will play wide left forward, and Babayaro will tuck in just a little bit. But it may take them a few minutes to get used to this change. It's a slight change of formation too.
Here is Ambrosetti. Just clipped by Ali Daei, but on he goes. Good cross to the near post, probably the best cross of the night so far. Chris Sutton just didn't quite gamble on it. Sutton wouldn't know a great deal about Ambrosetti, I suppose, but now he's seen him pull one in from that side, he'll be attacking that near post with a little bit more expectancy next time. Here is Ambrosetti on the ball. No prizes for guessing what message he's been given. He's already attempted to play 3 crosses in as many minutes on the field. Deschamps. Wise. Looking to tap one over the top for Dan Petrescu. Nice idea.
Well, that's where Petrescu is at his most dangerous. When he slips in against the fullback or the wide central defender and just looks to seek out the space beyond. It's unlucky, clever ball by Wise, just a little bit too much pace on it.
Hertha Berlin are going to introduce another defender. Tony Sané is going to give way to Sixten White. Sané's played his part tonight, no doubt about that. White is more defence-minded. Going to take up Sané's position on the left. Offside here against Ali Daei. Lasso. Sutton fighting for the ball and finding Ambrosetti. Babayaro has gone on into the box. Wise is in there too. Corner given. Thumbs up for a lot of Chelsea's approach play at the moment. Now, can they make the pressure pay? Two Italians will get their heads together here. Didn't quite come off for them, did it? And a chance for a break here with Bosch on the ball, and he's got Deisler making progress alongside him down the centre. Petrescu managed to recover the ground and spare Chelsea's blushes. A little reminder for Chelsea, who are having things pretty much their own way at the moment. Zola to Deschamps. Wise needs some width. Leboeuf thinking about providing it. Instead it's Babayaro. Strong play by Dardai again. White halted by Leboeuf.
Well, there's great pace in that counter-attack from the short corner that Chelsea failed with. Tremendous pace by Vots. He's only a small man, but he showed real speed. He's now encouraging the crowd to get more behind the team, but that was a great break, and it was very well supported there too. Good interception by Petrescu.
offside against Preetz. Offside against Sutton.
Zola's just detached himself a little bit by Sutton. He's certainly playing more on the right than he was at any time during the game. It's basically Sutton up the middle. They're trying to split the three central defenders. Ambrosetti on the left, Sutton up the middle, and Zola on the right.
Chelsea trying to keep their foot on the accelerator with this reshaped 4-3-3 looking formation now, but Leboeuf has shown too much of this to Ali Daei, and is that a fatal slip? It's Ali Daei, it's 2-0. And just as you sense that Chelsea might be about to launch an assault and score an equaliser, it's Ali Daei, the man who gave Hertha Berlin the early lead, who pounces on a mistake by Frank Leboeuf. And with 20 minutes left to play, Chelsea have got it all to do.
Well, as Ali Daei picked up that ball, you knew that he was in with a great chance, but Chelsea seemed to hold back. There we see the mistake of Leboeuf. Nicks it past him with his left foot, drives in towards the goal, and at this stage here, you wondered if he lost an angle. But he plays it the side where you might not have thought he would have done. You'd have thought he would have dragged it to the left of the goalkeeper and then tried to place it. He's gone for the wider angle, and it's just crept inside that post. Tremendous, tremendous skill.
Up towards Chris Sutton, who was offside. Chelsea, who failed to score at Watford on Saturday, who failed to score against Milan in their previous game last Wednesday, have gone 72 minutes without a goal again tonight. Leboeuf, Petrescu, Desai. Ambrosetti. And that fresh initiative that the arrival of Ambrosetti in particular have given Chelsea has been lost. Vosh clear. Frank Leboeuf. Morris is making a forward run, but Vosh charged it down. Dennis Wise getting involved. Free kick has gone his way. Confirmation of Morris's arrival in the game during the stoppage for the second goal. Wise hung up towards Chris Sutton. Well, he just seemed to lose the flight of that ball and didn't direct the header as Morris burst into the penalty area. Looked to be right up Sutton Street there.
Yeah, he got there a little early and got underneath it. Here we see another shot of Ali Daei. Now, at that moment, I thought he would try and take it on the inside of the goalkeeper to get a more central position. It was Desai that was tearing back towards the line, but he went for the more difficult ball, and he just seemed to spin it in off the post.
Chelsea free kick. Deisler on Ambrosetti. Leboeuf. Zola. Trying to squeeze Petrescu in behind his fullback. Well, they really are facing a mass defence. Hertha Berlin, who had something to protect from as early as the 3rd minute of the match tonight, and whose chief priority has been protecting it in front of their very vocal and passionate support. And now I'm pulling everybody back with this 2-goal lead. Deisler trying to break beyond Ambrossetti, having said that. Crossed in towards Prates. They have countered well, no doubt about that. One by Van Buren. Veit. Throwing his Hertha Berlin's. Vosch. Brought down by Wise. Oh, and the card's out here for Dennis Wise, who collects his first yellow of the competition.
Well, it's not the first time they've brushed tonight, but I really feel that there's no harm done to Vosch. Two small men going hard in for the ball.
That expression tells it all. Vosch takes the free kick in towards Prates. This is Sutton. Van Buren got to him. Dutchman's had a fine game. The centre of the Hertha Berlin defence tonight. There's the club's general manager, Dieter Hoeneß, twice a beaten finalist in the European Cup with Bayern Munich, notably by Aston Villa in '82. Deschamps losing out and then getting it back and then losing it again. Pushed by Prates on Desailly.
Referee right on the spot, absolutely correct again.
Petrescu, Leboeuf is forward here. Desailly to Babayaro. Light cut for Sutton. Babayaro again. Morris. Too high for Leboeuf.
Difficult now. Chelsea throwing more men forward. Hertha retreating behind the ball. No space to go. You have to try and get round the outside when they're packing that area in front of the D.
Now Jürgen Rüber took over charge of this club in January '96, and at the end of that season they played a game in the second division in which they had to get a point in order to stay in Division 2 and not drop down into the amateur ranks of German football. This is just over 3 years ago, and of all people, the captain tonight, Michael Prates, playing for Wattenscheid that night, missed that chance, and Hertha Berlin got a draw and stayed up. What a transformation since then under Jürgen Rüber. Jody Morris. Nice poor pass. White. Here is Prates. Desailly is there. Morris to Deschamps this time. Babayaro. Now Ambrossetti. It's crossed in towards Sutton, but picked off by Herzog.
I think it's at times like this when you see the value of Poyet to Chelsea. Someone strong to run from midfield to help the front players, someone to attack the crosses from wide. Zola's small, he can manufacture things on his own. Morris is small, Wise is small. It's very difficult when you're playing against a packed defence to manoeuvre a goal. Sometimes need a bit of height.
In a curious way, Sutton's been a little bit isolated since he came on, with Zola pulling wide and Ambrossetti naturally a wide man, because there isn't really a point in the midfield to get up and support him. Here comes Thomas Helmer, who is strictly speaking still a Sunderland player, on loan to Hertha Berlin until the end of the season. Dardai, who's had a fine game at the heart of the Hertha Berlin midfield, is replaced for these last 10 minutes. And Helmer, who was on the Bayern Munich substitutes bench in the new camp last May, at the end of a 7-year spell with Bayern Munich, comes on in his place. Plenty of Champions League experience he's got. Babayaro in towards Sutton. Managed to force that out to Ambrosetti. Babayaro. Morris is up alongside Sutton here. In towards Chris Sutton. Might come for Gianfranco Zola. Instant control. Zola into Morris. Trying to play Desai in. Well, it came to him right in his stride, and he looked odds on to score, but although he hit the ball with plenty of power, it was some way wide of the Hertha Berlin goal.
Yeah, I thought at first he snatched at it, but he got quite a nice clean stride onto the ball.
Babayaro. Wise has made a good forward run here. Sutton couldn't quite claim the ball from Herzog though. Deschamps combining with Morris. Now Sutton. This is Babayaro. Morris to Sutton. Desai. Zola. Chelsea being kept at arm's length though by the mass ranks of the Hertha Berlin defence. Right back to the last man, Frank Leboeuf. All the outfield players inside the Hertha Berlin half. Morris. That's it towards Chris Sutton!
Well, he did very well to peel off Herzog for that ball, but once again he was on the stretch. Just needs a nice clean pass to set him up for a goal. It was a good diagonal ball that. It certainly gave Herzog a massive problem. They need a break, Chelsea, and that man knows that they haven't really had one tonight, but they haven't played quite well enough to deserve the breaks.
Loose one from Babayaro. Here goes Deisler trying to get beyond Babayaro. Almost managed to steer it infield for Prates. Now he did have his shirt pulled there by Babayaro, and that's why a yellow card is now being shown to the young Nigerian. The referee tried to play an advantage. Wouldn't argue with much that this referee's done tonight. It's been excellent.
He's certainly got some pace, the young man Deisler. He's played inside tonight after the early substitution, then he's gone wider in this period, and on both occasions he's looked a threat. He's got energy and he's got pace.
Wash with the free kick that Deisler won, in towards Helmer, dealt with by Leboeuf. Zola down to Wise. Now Morris. This is Deschamps, caught in the centre of the field. Foul which just holds up the Chelsea attack. Schalke was the man who shown the yellow card. Deschamps. Petrescu. In towards Chris Sutton. Oh, we seem to be fouled on the edge of the box. Go the other way. Backing into Herzog in the opinion of the referee, who again was very close. With a header on. Babayaro. Morris. A little over 5 minutes remaining. There were a lot of late goals in last season's Champions League. I remember a couple in the final. Chelsea could do with a couple now. Petrescu in towards Sutton. He might just get here. Chris Sutton was held back surely by Van Burik. Penalty given. Now, we're inside the last 5 minutes, and Chris Sutton's willingness to get beyond the last defender has not only earned Van Burik a yellow card, but has given Chelsea a real lifeline now. The Dutchman held him back by the shirt.
That was a difficult ball for the keeper to come for. They seem to blame Kerai.
Frank Leboeuf. Yes! And Chelsea have got 5 minutes to save something here. Leboeuf scores the penalty. Kerai doesn't want to release the ball. It's 2-1. And considering all the pressure they've mounted in this second half, Chelsea are still in with a shout here.
Yeah, tremendous smash there by Leboeuf. Full of confidence, that's power.
The first goal that Chelsea have managed since Leboeuf's penalty against Newcastle 3 games ago. Ali Daei with a header to Prates. Tackled by Leboeuf. Here's Zola. Petrescu. Leboeuf. You can hear the whistles, but Chelsea do have some time here.
Must credit Sutton as well for earning the penalty. The one that took him behind the defender.
Desai up front. Wouldn't quite come for Zola. It's Desai again though. Now Ambrosetti. Crossed in towards Chris Sutton, turned away by Hertha. Chelsea have a corner.
Sense a little indecision there between the goalkeeper Kerai and Hertha.
A little indecision, a lot of concern. Zola takes. In towards Petrescu. Kerai punches, and punches well outside of his penalty area. Desai is still in there. Leboeuf into Petrescu. Now Morris. Now Sutton. Hooked away though by Fight.
Well, I think they're sitting very, very deep, very, very early. I mean, there's probably 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes to go here.
Jürgen Ruber's tie is loosened. Can his defence be loosened?
Well, I think they Hertha desperately need a target up front, really, to try and get hold of the ball and give them a release chance to get out. But Chelsea are doing everything that they need to do now. They've got to keep pumping it into that box.
Here comes the next one from Leboeuf. Header is by Prates deep in defence. Ambrosetti, though. Crossed in well towards Dennis Wise. Terrific header by Van Burik. Helped on its way down the field by Michalka, but the free kick has gone Chelsea's way as Babayaro goes down. Fantastic climax in the Olympic Stadium. Gianfranco Zola inevitably on the ball. Nothing he can do. But what can he do? The Storms almost seem to be peering up towards the top corner where he wanted to put it. Almost like a high jumper ready to clear the bar. Can he clear the wall? Zola bounces off the wall into corner kick. We're inside the last of the 90 minutes though. Now or never for Chelsea. Zola's corner. Kerai with a fine catch. There will be 4 additional minutes though.
Well, that man needs to hold that ball and get his team up that field to try and relieve some of this pressure.
Babayaro. Desai. Here's Chris Sutton now, trying to hit it on the turn. Van Burik got in the way. Zola's there, upended on the edge of the box by Fight. Play on, says the referee. Petrescu. Looking to get Wise in. Which way will the referee call that one? Play on, he says. It's Vosh. Trying to find a way out with Fight. Morris with the challenge. Chelsea throw, a little surprised it went their way. Leboeuf into Sutton. Oh, he's been penalised when he seemed to control it beautifully on the chest for backing in to Hertha again.
Oh, absolutely.
Hertha was unhappy about the throw.
Yeah, it looked a bad decision, the throw, but that also looked a bad decision because Sutton took it lovely.
Well, it's been an emotional night from the outset, but those emotions are running very high now. Still about 3 additional minutes to play. Petrescu. Deschamps. Babayaro to Deschamps again. Leboeuf. Into Sutton, couldn't quite make it stick that time. Vosh has the ball. Deisler clears, but straight to Petrescu. Morris. Leboeuf looking to get an angle to play it into the edge of the box towards Marcel Desailly, just behind Dennis Wise. What can he make of it? Corner kick he wins from Van Burik.
Well, Desai has added his considerable strength to the front there. They're hitting him from all over the place with diagonal balls. And they're causing tremendous problems to Hertha in these closing seconds.
Not enough problems yet. Gabriel Ambrosetti with the corner kick. In towards Deschamps, headed away. It's Frank Leboeuf! Terrific block by Ali Daei, the Hertha Berlin goal scorer. Jody Morris, Celestine Babayaro. Oh, there's an offside flag up here. Petrescu controlling it, wasn't him. Well, it's not the kind of football he preaches, let's face it, but it's what's necessary now for Chelsea to somehow try and deny that man a famous victory.
Strange really how Leboeuf's penalty has caused this, what I call almost desperation football, that is really putting Chelsea in command in the closing seconds.
Referee has blown the final whistle though. Hertha Berlin have won the day. They showed enough resistance and pluck, and opportunism in the shape of Ali Daei to catch Chelsea cold at the beginning of the match and then score against the run of play. A gift of a goal, which in the end gave Gianluca Vialli's team just a little bit too much to do during a rousing finale in which Frank Leboeuf eventually scored from the penalty spot. But Chelsea's inability to make the most of their superiority in terms of possession and territory has cost them here again. And is this the result they will recover from? We shall see. Hertha Berlin 2, Chelsea 1.